Okay, so today we're going to be doing Module 1, Lesson 3. The objective of today's lesson is to count by fives and ones on the number line as a strategy to tell time to the nearest minute on the clock. The materials needed for today are your online whiteboard or your whiteboard dry erase marker dry eraser. And we're going to continue to follow the teaching style where I'll do it, we'll do it together, and then you'll do it on your own. We do have some new vocabulary for this module. Our first vocabulary term is second, minute, and hour. These are all units of time. You can see the second hand here, the minute hand here, and the hour hand here. The easiest way to tell the difference between the hour hand and the minute hand is the hour hand is shorter. Okay? The second hand is very tiny and sometimes may not even appear on all clocks. Okay? Now 60 seconds equals 1 minute. So when this second hand goes all the way around the clock one full time, that's 1 minute. 60 minutes equals 1 hour. So when this minute hand goes all the way around the clock one time, that's 1 hour. Our next vocabulary term is number line. Number line is a visual model to help solve equations. You can see I have a number line here at the bottom of the screen. A point is the dot. So you can see right here at 5:10, I've put a point. Plotting is drawing a point. So you'll often hear me say, plot a point at, and in this example, it would be 5:10. And that means draw a dot there at that time. Continuous means to not stop. Okay? So time is continuous. Time does not stop. It's continually going. Now there's a difference. Interval. Interval is a set amount of time or space. Okay? So even though time is constantly going, if you're talking about how much time you spend in math class, that's a set amount of time. That's the 50 minutes that we spend in math class. Okay? So even though time does not stop and it's always going, we can talk about a certain set of time. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and practice our fluency. We should be really good at this now. You may even have these skip counts memorized and not really have to count them out in your head anymore. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to practice this fluency. First, we're going to count by twos. We're starting at 0, so the first number you're going to say is 2. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Now let's go ahead and count by threes. Ready? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Last one, counting by fours. So remember, this one's a little more difficult, but you can always think every other number is counting by twos. Ready? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Those should be things that you're practicing every day. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to count around the clock okay? And that's going to be skip counting by fives. So we're going to start up here at the top. Okay? And every single number that we go to is 5 minutes. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes in between each of the big numbers. So that means we're going to count by fives all the way around the clock until we get back up to the 12. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So to count all the way around the clock, and I mentioned this earlier, is 60 minutes. Now it's a little bit different. We've taken our clock, which is a circle, and kind of flattened it out into a number line that also ends here at 60. And we're going to count first by ones from 0 to 5. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What numbers do we count between 0 and 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we count 4 times, and when we get to 5, you can see there's already a line for 5. So we can draw tick marks in between for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a mark already there for 5. Okay? And when we count here on this number line, we're also counting by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay, this example is going to be one where I'm going to show you, so I want you to watch so that you don't make sure that you don't miss anything. Let's find 58 minutes on the number line. We're going to start at 0 and count by fives until we get to 55. So let's go ahead and start at 0 and count by fives. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Okay, now we're going to draw the tick marks from 55 to 60. Count with me as I draw the marks. We're at 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and then 60 there's already a mark for, so we don't have to draw that.